The Midday Mix on Mix 93.8.
The Business Boost with Mike Anderson.
Mike, welcome back to the show. I hope you're managing to stay warm in this incredibly chilly weather that we're having.
It was pretty cold, Damian. It's amazing. Yesterday I was at Santa Convention Center and I've never seen so much snow before. So pretty fun and cold though. But we're getting through it and that's the main thing.
Today we're going to be speaking about the importance of embracing failure. Mike, what's the number one reason why people don't challenge the status quo and opt to choose a life, to live a life of mediocrity?
Yeah, Damian, let's start off with this scary statement. Do what you fear and fear will disappear. Now, that doesn't go well down with everyone, but as an entrepreneur, business owner, it's imperative and a vital ingredient of success. And to succeed, Damian, we need to embrace failure positively. And at the same time, learn from the experience. That's the importance. My ongoing obsession is to turn every single negative into a positive. In this way, failures and obstacles becomes a way of life on my own success path. Don't lose opportunities due to the fear of failure. A temporary failure is a big step towards success. One small failure or obstacle can give you many positive lessons. It will increase your level of self-confidence and make you more determined and resilient. You'll be more ready for that next risk. Those that snub failure, Damian, have adopted a life of mediocrity. Life goes by in a flash. Let's exit with substance. I would rather personally fail 1,000 times than never try at all. It's a vital ingredient for success. Will a life of mediocrity satisfy you, or will you opt to leave a legacy when you depart planet Earth? What becomes important, and what is very important to me personally, Damian, is not how long you live, but it's how you live your years. As Franklin D. Roosevelt said, I do what I fear, and fear will disappear. Understand this. People experience the fear of failure because it is what is happening in their minds. The failure itself is not fatal. It's the fear of failure that causes most people to fail. The reason you feel the fear is that you are uncertain about something. However, if you're fully prepared or have done something hundreds of times, do you think you will still fear the fear? The answer is obvious. The main reason why we don't challenge the status quo, Damian, is probably because the unknown is riskier, and therefore our fear of failure kicks in. This is the seesaw of success and failure, or worse, leaving existence of mediocrity. So most ideas never get off the ground because people are afraid to take a risk and fail. Those who have achieved real success have overcome the fear of failure and often risked the most to get there. There is nothing you can do about your past, and you can't change what has already happened. But extract whatever you can, learn from all you have encountered. So whatever you do right now will determine your future. You have the choice of doing what you want, and you must learn to make good use of the power of making choices. It is what you do right now that will determine your own future. So in essence, you must be willing to risk failure and put yourself out there if you're going to achieve anything of significance. Few have what it takes to embrace failure, but those who do will find opportunity and reward. Now remember the words from Mark Zuckerberg. The biggest risk is not taking any risk. In a world that's changing really quickly, the only strategy that is guaranteed to fail is not taking risks.
I think it's a pretty scary thing to look at, not going out and approaching things or giving things a try because you're too scared to fail, because that kind of cements the fact that you will fail. If you look at any of these big businessmen, any number of them, and one that just popped into my mind is Richard Branson. These guys who you look at these days and you're like, wow, these guys are incredibly successful. They've built these empires. But you don't look at, 15, 20 years ago when these guys were going completely broke or completely insolvent for the fifth or sixth time trying to build this. It's just that repeated different approach time after time to get to that point.
And Damian, let's not be silly about it. Let's take some calculated risks, put some effort into it, some research into it. So I don't think a haphazard approach of just going out there and taking risk after risk. I think one's got to be careful about that, but not adopting that attitude of taking risk is, I think, the biggest failure of all.
Now, you guys have a really big and important event coming up tomorrow. Why should we attend? Who are you looking to have attend this event?
Dan, it's hugely important. And it's not only important to business owners and entrepreneurs who own and run their own businesses, but also for the consumer out there. And the good one tomorrow is the continuation of how to become financially fit, powered by Experian. And it's all coming down to that credit report again, Damian. What's on your personal credit report and why you should care? The thing is, if a consumer out there, you want to be funding ready for that next car maybe, or a home loan, or something that you need. And, at the top of the pile to become funding ready is that credit report. I know you and I have spoken about it a lot over the past year, and I'm probably sure we will continue speaking about it because of the importance to everyone out there. So tomorrow is really going to break through those barriers of really looking into it. And I really encourage your listeners, it's free, of course, of always, and to pop onto a webinar. It's 35 minutes long. It's at 9:30 tomorrow morning, and it's hugely interesting. And we can do things about this, which is most important. So to the listeners out there, if you want to pop in and have a look, well, jump online at 9:30. It's of course, go to our homepage, www.nsbc.africa. You'll see a top tab there, events. Just click on that and then you'll see the event coming up tomorrow. I certainly find it incredibly important and incredibly interesting for myself and for people around me.
Sweet, Mike. Thank you so much for your time. Best of luck for the event tomorrow. We'll catch up with you next week.
Thank you, Damian. Much appreciated.
Business Boost is brought to you by Mix 93.8 and the National Small Business Chamber, turning small business into big business.